Hi guys, Tony here with Off the Block Physical Therapy. So today we are talking about the health and conditioning that you can do to either start to get rid of your plantar fasciitis or to help you avoid it altogether. So what we talked about in the blog is that there is a continuum basically of fascia and muscle and tendon that starts at the ball of your foot and goes to your heel. So that's the plantar fascia portion of it. And then attached to that same heel bone is your very, very large Achilles tendon and your whole calf muscle, which is made up of actually two different muscle groups, but there's only a little bit of difference between them, and I'll kind of show you how to train them and to target them specifically individually. So the first thing that's super important is that you actually need to make sure that you're maintaining a strong calf muscle. Calf muscles will get tight in the place of strength to create some form of stability in your ankle and your foot. So if you don't have a strong calf muscle, you will end up with a tight calf muscle, and it's way better to have a strong, stable calf muscle than a calf muscle or an ankle complex that's only strong or stable due to tightness. Tightness causes way, way more issues. So first thing we want to do is we're making sure that we keep it strong. So what I want you to do is to find a step or a ledge, just something that gets you up off the ground a little bit, but then it allows your ankle to drop back down low. And I want you to do your calf raises here. So you're gonna do a basic calf raise all the way up onto your toes, but in between each calf raise, I want you to drop down below neutral. Let that heel fall down below that edge of the surface and get a good stretch in between. So you're gonna go all the way up and then fall all the way down into a stretch, hold for a couple of seconds, and then all the way up, all the way down into a stretch, all the way up, all the way down into a stretch, just like that. So the other cool thing that you can do to target different areas of your calf muscle is to actually turn your feet different directions. So you can do just straight on like this. You can actually turn your feet out and do calf raises here on the edge, still dropping down, getting that good stretch, or even turn in and do them here and target all different muscles. So 10 or 15 here straight, turn them out, some here, dropping all the way down, get the stretch, some in, up, all the way down into the stretch. So that is super, super important. If you're gonna just stretch your calves, it's important that you do those for like 30 to 60 seconds each, and at least do probably 3 to 4 rounds of those to really start to actually get a difference in the overall muscle tension that is happening there, and how much it's able to let go from that stretch. And then similar to our previous exercises, if you're doing these exercises, I would do them in rounds, hit 10 to 12 reps. If at some point they get easy, add some weight. But really the best way I have found to do it is to go up into the calf raise and all the way down into the stretch in between and incorporate the two together. Having just fired the muscle, it actually has to let go more when you go into the stretch. So there's a little bit of a contract relax thing going on there. Fantastic for your calf muscles. The other component that I really want you to focus on if you're having plantar fascia issues is the actual plantar fascia itself. So being able to pull the big toe back into extension like this, so lifting it up off the floor itself increases the tension on the plantar fascia. So I want you to take some time to do what I like to call toe yoga. So you're going to literally just toe lift up and down here. Nice and easy from a neutral position at the ankle. So you can do this seated or standing, either way. And then take some time to do a little bit of control work on the foot intrinsic. So there's all these little muscles that are in the foot that help you stabilize and control the way that each of the foot muscles and bones interact with each other. So you can do some toe scrunches, fire up those foot muscles. So we're doing toe lifts, toe scrunches, and then feet flat on the floor, heel on the floor, and you're not even probably gonna be able to see this here, but I want you to lift through the arch of your foot here, little arch lifts. And the ball of the foot stays in contact with the floor, the heel stays in contact with the floor, and you are just lifting up the inside arch of that foot. So that's toe yoga. So for plantar fasciitis, we're gonna hit a calf stretch, a calf exercise, and some toe yoga. One last thing that I want to show you. So everybody's classic calf stretch is against the wall right here with the foot back behind them like this, right? So legs straight, they lean in, they feel a stretch down the back of their calf. So that is actually only stretching one portion of the calf. So like I told you, there was the gastroc and the soleus that both make up the entirety of the calf muscle. So this only hits one part of that. So if you want to hit both parts of your calf in a stretch, you can go here, but then you also need to still pushing that heel back, but do it with a bent knee, because one of those two muscles that I was just telling you about doesn't actually cross the knee, and you can target it better if you let the knee relax and you just push back here. So this here hits that gastroc, which is this big chunky part at the top of the thigh, or the top of the thigh, the top of the calf. And then knee bent hits the soleus down at the lower part and runs up the back. So that is our plantar fascia health most common exercises that we use. If you're having trouble with calf pain or plantar fascia pain and you haven't had a chance to chat with me yet, feel free to give me a call and we can see if there's something else that I can do to help you. In the meantime, enjoy these exercises and we'll be back next week for another blog.